Who's this?
Retro Round.
That's right.
The Mad Max joint. Remember we talked about like, oh,
No, I
we talked
remember.
about some shots, not from
Right, the other man. Let me take that.
You just running two or you running three still?
uh,
You just running two or you running three still?
right.
Because now I got the feed with the two up with his feed, with the YouTube feed and my feed. And I was seeing if you were still on the feed, and I got to figure out how to fit you in the frame too.
You can't just get his feet in 5 minutes.
That's his feed right there. But when it come up, his picture, because he got his in the corner on the right. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is this on the right side of this screen.
I'm making somebody money when you pay. They not need shit at me.
I don't want them problems.
And we're back. And we're back. What's going on? So we have a special guest in the building. We got two special guests because the internet finally made it here. From fighting the Redskins traffic. I mean the Washington football team's traffic.
Exactly.
Um,
And accidents.
We got two special guests. Of course, people were mad about that loss. They started driving crazy. From fighting the Redskin traffic.
Well, you have to remember also Washington and Dallas playing is like Super Bowl in this area.
Yeah. Loss, they started driving
Definitely. That game and then the Baltimore Washington games, it causes a lot of traffic issues.
We got our special guest. What's going on, sir? How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
So first thing I'm gonna tell you is with the mic closer. You talking like CP3. CP3 voice gonna change like 6 times on this one program.
How y'all doing, man? Sir, how are you? DC Whitney, good.
Cool. You talking like CP3. This is the most easiest question of the night. Tell us about yourself.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? DC Whitney. Cool. And I'm DC Whitney, born and raised south of DC.
Question of the night. Tell us about yourself.
College educated. Coordinated DC public schools. Private. And I'm DC Whitney. By evening, profit youth organization. We use one of my mentoring programs. I choose Love Over Hate as a line that the funding to pay for that. In a nutshell, man, I'm a father, husband, entrepreneur, artist of all trades. I don't like that jack of all trades, the master of nothing, because I mastered a few things in my life, so I really been a jack. But that's who I am.
Baby internet, my spider sense is telling me you have a question.
I mean, not really, not yet, but but can you run down the list of you said you're not necessarily a jack of all trades, you don't like that, but you've mastered a few things in your life. Can you tell us about those things that you've mastered?
Designer.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because your design is a picture in your mind. It becomes the life on the canvas the way that you thought it did in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You've mastered that skill.
Okay.
Music, like, yeah, I do that in my sleep. Big and financial, speaking of people, and speaking of children, children listen. A few more things to master, but I would say if I had anything that were not that was mastered, to check back on my own works would be everything.
Okay. Okay. And then sidebar, what school did you go to?
What's your
You said you're a college educator, right?
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
oh Glenville State College?
Okay. CP3, you got
trying to
shots?
see you trying to see who's your rival?
No.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell. You trying to see?
My school has no
I heard the switchblade get ready to come out.
Why?
Just because it's you.
Now, see, you don't use a switchblade at college level. You see what I'm saying?
What do you use?
What level do you
You
use?
just have a conversation. Now, never mind.
No, I was about to
But
get
college
it.
level, you don't need it.
I didn't go to college, so I'm learning something new right now. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's you're at a higher level of education, so you have to
Have a high level of knife skills.
know.
I'm just trying to go see where you're going with this. But let's get back on topic. You say that you speak to young children because they listen, which is true, because that's where you have to build the foundation and give them that at a young age so they can build off of that. But what's the message that you push to them, and what made you decide to you wanted to be one of the people to try to help make that change happen?
The most to me, the most intricate things in life are sometimes the most easiest things to accomplish. But people do things to make it harder. Like I read a book called "Who Moved My Cheese" 3 years back, and trying to think of the author name is David. I can't think of his last name, but it was just saying how hard we as human beings make the simplest things, and we make the most difficult things seem easy. And if you can just reverse that chain of thought, so I try to catch children at an age where no one caught me, and I just try to teach them everything that I know how to do. And one of my quotes is the alphabet is A through Z. Nobody respects a man, woman, or child and stop at Y. You know what I mean? So why would you? It's about finishing. That's one of my number one things. And children listen. Glory be to the Creator.
True.
That's pretty damn deep.
No doubt. What? That was a good question. That was a great answer.
Because when somebody says something deep, you usually like.
I'm trying to when we have a different type of guest tonight, so I'm trying to,
It's a voice change, right?
You see, we dealing with someone that's serious, that's talking about some real stuff. So I'm trying to now. I can cut up now if you want. I can start mixing the wine, and then we can get loose. We can see if he designing stuff for strippers that's down on the pole. You know what I'm saying? We can get into those questions. I got some strippers if you want to, expand your business. But I mean, saying he look like he old enough that he might be out there in a couple of years, man. That's a big kid.
What's that mean?
That's a big kid. See, so exactly. See, so I'm just saying, I'm trying to.
Don't worry, he tried to do that to my sister.
But he got the look though, like he about to get
This one I thought I was gonna ask something serious.
Yeah, he likes
No, she started. I'm trying to. She looked at me like, "No, you got something."
It's always on me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you have a nonprofit.
This one I thought I was gonna ask something serious. The whole lot.
What was the steps and what made you decide to do that?
Yeah.
At the time,
So you have a
I
nonprofit.
started the profit of youth organization. I just
What was the
felt
steps
like
and what made you decide to?
it wasn't nobody speaking for the youth from where I was from. Like they were speaking, but everything that I heard them speaking had them benefiting in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than a larger mansion in heaven, you tell me where I'm actually benefiting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, man. I never, I never sought out to be some kind of saint or anything like that. I always thought that a person being from where these children are from should be the person that talks to these children. Yeah. That's the language that they speak. You
Right.
know what I mean?
That's true.
So imagine, I guess in retrospect, we put that to like a person from Greece
Yeah.
speaking to a person from Africa without having some kind of interpreter, right? And I feel like that's how it happens with children. Like you got people speaking to these children in a language they don't understand, man. And then you expect them to be able to do something. You give them a half a deck, you play with a full deck, they gonna lose every time.
Very valid point. Interpretation and communication is the key in any learning process.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to make sure you're relating to the audience that you're, you know, presenting it to. It's always said that, you know, if you're delivering a message and the receiver of the message doesn't understand what or doesn't grasp what you're trying to teach them, that's on the communicator to make sure he's breaking it down so the person that's supposed to receive it can adapt to it and understand what the point that's being made. And I think that's one of the major disconnects we have now, that folks are, you know, having conversations and trying to break things down, but they're not bridging the connection, the communication barrier, because their interpretation of one thing is different from someone else, and they aren't taking the time to make sure they're on the same wavelength and on the same plane of what they're talking about. And I see that a lot in every situation, from relationships, personal and business. So yeah, you're speaking some truth on that, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I can give you, for instance, in my own person, it's like Tupac, man. Like, I'm 41. Oh man, son, and I have children, and they hope to live 81 more years.
No doubt.
But I heard one of the greats, Tupac, saying the only God can judge me.
Mm-hmm.
I had a problem with that since a child. Man, I know what OGL look like from the inside. You know what I mean? I tell the person, if you look at me and you don't see an ignorant of my past, tell me there's not a God. Because at the end of the day, man, when I look at things, you say only God can judge you. And this is the language I speak to the children. You can't judge me, you not God. See, they don't say it like they say,
Right.
they try to,
That's
you
it.
can't judge me, you not God. Okay, and so say you until you break the law. You stand in front of them 12 of people, and that judge, that's judging. So at the end of the day, you know, it's not broke down that way. One thing standing back, if I could dissect what I see is a lot of people. Like I told the instructional suit the other day. He was at our school, man, and I don't mind saying this. He said, in a nutshell, man, if you had 30 seconds to tell me what you think the issue is. So I think the issue is that you got advocates that want to be lawyers, and lawyers that want to be judges, and judges that want to be politicians, and teachers that want to be admin, and admin that want to be you, instructional suit. But I don't hear children nowhere in that, but everybody's coming up off of them. And if you want to know, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's political. Children don't understand that now.
Right.
You always say it's all politics.
It's gonna be.
You say you always say what?
It's all politics. It's one of GOP's famous saying.
Yeah, we know that.
You got anything, lady, that you want to add?
Yeah. And tell us about what you got going on over here. We have a lot of items.
You got anything later?
This is a shoe that just actually dropped both on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I don't have names. I'm not gonna sit here and make those signs. This is the first year. Like, I've been making clothes for 20 years, to be honest with you, just to show you the growth and everything. When I started with a clothing line called Straight Hood, I still own Straight Hood. I just was with my grandmother about 10 years ago. We walking down the street and the dude didn't know my name. These things are Straight Hood. That was my grandmother. You know what I mean? Again, I'm 41. Like, I'm not one of those people, man. Like, you don't respect my space. But then I realized I didn't give you. That's not our relationship. I never, and it was from that moment I wanted to always do something where I can be the same person as wherever I am.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And so when it comes to this, I choose. Everything is about choice, right? I choose was birth the day that Nipsey Hussle died. If you look at the colors, can you? Well, yeah, look back. Just put it on. You got the colors of every game, right? And you got truths in the middle. And it killed me, man, because to be honest with you, I was one of the artists the year before at the what is the joint called we do in DC? The Broccoli City.
The Broccoli City.
And man, I met Nip. Great guy, man. And he was just like, dude, I need to fly you to LA. Right? Like I was just there with the clothes. We had just started. And I stood a piece for him. And he was like, dude, I slid my music to him, and he was like, dude, music is your music. Like, because what I'm hearing here, I can hear the struggle in it, and when you speak, but it's two different things, right? And I just need that. I need a person that can do this here and do this there. And then, get shot. You know what I mean? And so I said, I gotta do something, man. Because I respect it. But at the end of the day, we as black people do things and expect other people. I got a saying, man. I would no longer. I would no longer be angry at a person that won't do or refuse to do something for me. I'll just appreciate what they'll do for me. Right. So with that mentality, I can drive around Congress Park. I can drive around Wellington Park. And I can sit there for a while, but I'm conscious enough to know my surroundings. I'm not stupid enough to believe that because I've done this for you that you'll do the same for me. And I believe a lot of the times, man, I was angry in it, if I could be, to be honest, like the world had a lot more to hear from me. They did, bro. And I believe through choices. Like, yeah, the Father has wrote your life has already been planned, but you can speed it up. If you don't think you can do that, then you need to go back into your Bible, Quran, and Torah. So you can speed up your destiny.
That's true.
It's your life, right? And I'm sitting here looking like, dude, you wanted to be a martyr. Like, I went back and looked at his life like you wanted to be a martyr, but I get it. But the lessons in your death may not be taken as serious as the lessons you could have taught out your mouth in life. So being where you were and me seeing that made me decide to say, man, I might stop it. But I'm not going to. Like, I love them, but I got gifts that God gave me that I need to do. So you know what I mean? So if you can hear it in my voice, I'm still a little bit. It's not nip. It's just us and getting to a certain level and wanting and demanding this level of hood clout. Right. So you know what I mean? That don't mean that to me. It don't mean a hill of beans to me. And it means so much to other people, and that's why they're not here. You know what I mean? So
because in the overall grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean anything to the rest of us.
It doesn't. And so that I choose because these children gotta make the right choices. My auntie, Rita Jackson from Northeast Performing Arts, God rest her soul. She raised me raised me and 1,000 other children telling us 1 second and now I thought to end your life. 1 second, like 1 second. I lost 105 children at DC Public School. And I told them the same thing. 1 second and now I thought. Can't tell you how many times I dropped kids off with the refrigerator so the kids get drop. Making the wrong choice. So I choose. And the moniker for the company, the clothing line is called I Choose. The moniker for the company is called Overhead. But yours could be Peace Over War. Yours could be sobriety over whatever. Like it can be drunk over sobriety. I don't know. Whatever it is, man. But it's about choices and the choices that you choose to make. You know what I mean? And so that's what it is about. That's what CP3.
I just wanted to piggyback on what he said about us about the choices that we make. We were speaking about, emotions and how people make snap judgments, but yeah, that's so key. When we make decisions, you have to weigh the pros and the cons of it and weigh everything that goes into it. Not just say, hey, if I make this move and everything goes good, hey, I'm golden. But you got to take that step back and say, okay, what happens if things go bad? How can I recover fast enough to that it won't screw up everything that I built already? Because you got to take that chance, but you have to, take a step back and look at it from both sides and then make the proper choice or the decision at that time. It might not be the time to make that move because you can't afford to take that setback if a setback comes. But if you don't take that into account and then boom, you jump out there and then boom, setback happens. You're not prepared for the downfall for one, and then it's going to stunt your progress going forward. Because then you got to take time to figure out what you're going to do, then put it into effect, as opposed to already having a plan just in case. So yeah, that's some deep stuff you're talking, man. It's good that you instilling that, in the kids and getting that thought process in their head so they can learn from it, because they definitely not gonna learn that in school.
No. You know, the Bible says, don't help a man until you help yourself. Don't give a man something that you gotta give right now. And what I realized trying to instill that in this one here, kids I work with, my daughter, even my wife, it says, you ever notice you blowing somebody something? And then comedians say it all the time. They serious though. They're saying it, but they serious. And they say stuff like that. You ever let somebody borrow something you hadn't so damn long you had to borrow it back? Then if you gotta worry about that, then you haven't taken care of yourself. Right. And so I realize us as a people, we're so geared to it's my man, it's my hood, it's my homie, it's my loved one, or whatever they want to call it. All the barrels I done been across the United States. I noticed one thing. Ain't nobody ever said shit about themselves. Can I say shit? Oh yeah, okay. Ain't nobody never said shit about themselves. And so you ain't taking care of your temple. Right. But you trying to go take care of another temple or another temple. Your shit burning. You know what I mean? And so it's like doing what I do, man. It's like dissecting everything. It's like my pop said, you could be doing the wrong thing for so long that when the right way goes, it send you right. You know what I mean? And so, like, you'd be amazed, man. I sit there and I minister to children, and then they come home and tell you something. Yeah. I come running up to school. I'm thinking I'm just some kind of, I don't like to say trouble, I'm a grown man, but you know,
right.
Some kind of conflict. Some kind of conflict, but they coming in there, what you tell my child? I told you. You know, what was that? I tell them, you really can't say that? Yeah, man, they got it. I ain't parents mad. Listen, don't get angry about why your child listen or who they listen to. I think the goal was for them to listen.
And go in the right direction.
Right. My wife and I argue all the time about my son. That boy got 4.0 grade plan.
There you go.
They say, she said, yeah, he loves school. And then he give me that look and we laugh. That's my little man. And I know he go to school because he in the top 200 players in the nation in football. So he go to school because of football. My wife get angry at that and I say, well, look, let me say something. We were raised to be seen and not heard. So if you ask me at his age, shit, I had a 3.8 because I played football. But that about that. Right. That went on in that school.
But at the same time, he is school.
Exactly.
So
I don't really care.
The reason why, hey.
Right. Let's come up with another. Unless like, just to be a little common. Now, unless he in this room plotting to fucking be a school shooter or something.
Right.
Now, I'm going to school because I'm seeing people. That's not seen. Trust me. You got an open door policy.
Yes.
You lock his door, it's coming off.
Well, see, that depends on the shade.
Ain't that?
We're not gonna talk too much about that, but
No,
that's
no,
what
we
it
gonna
depends on.
keep it on the positive aspect.
I was just letting him know that I understood.
I was just on 95.5 the other day and stumped the dude who tied me. Because like, dude, like he's like, I get it, the Justice Smollett thing.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Is he guilty, innocent? Listen, man, I'm not gonna judge this guy.
Mhm.
He did what he felt as though his little heart needed to do, right?
And I have my theories on behind
Hey,
all of that.
me too, because maybe he didn't do it. Did or did it? I do know what's the still white guy named Rittenhouse. I know he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he said he did it.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, I know he did it. I
but
know
he
he
won't.
said he did it, but he won't. You trying to get little Jesse? He trying to set little Jesse down for 3 years. For real. In America, it's equal. You right.
Because Jesse may have
May have.
found
Because everybody
false
forgot.
report.
You know, one thing I realized about your oppressors. If they are your oppressors, you admire something about them. I admire their patience. Because
It took a while.
yeah, how soon do we forget, right, what happened and the time and who? I think our president was orange at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an orange guy,
Yeah,
right?
because-
I don't say his name.
Because the claim of the two people that attacked him, which is, and we found out they did do that. They did have the hats and all of that.
So like, I'm just trying to figure out why no one said that these guys said that Jesse only paid them $3,500. What if the oppressor paid them $4,500?
because of more.
That's what I'm right. So at the end of the day, they already admitted they was hired. At the end of the day, if the person was the opposite shade, that would have made him be a felon speaking on behalf of a case that they were going to benefit. So that would have been a mistrial, right?
Well, no,
I just want, because we broadcasting.
we broadcast.
I just want to let them know that black people are intelligent, and that's.
But I think it's something completely different for that person.
It definitely.
Because when you hear something, if it sounds like a duck, right, and it walks like a duck, so what is it, right? It's usually a duck, right?
You know what America want us to believe? It's a fucking mouse.
Right. But here's the thing: when we heard this story, what was everyone saying? They said it sounded like a plot from.
Everyone knew it was bullshit.
Right. We all heard it was a plot from. We thought it was a plot from.
It was just too much racism laced in it.
So-
You got a news.
But here's the problem: if it sounded like it was a plot from Empire, right? And we heard that in the background, of possibly some discord between Jesse and the person who was over Empire. The same person who was caught lying to Dame Dash about Dame Dash and owing him money.
Yeah.
So that same person who we already know is shady. We already know they like to try to get over on people. And nobody said.
So the thing about that is
Can we say his name?
I don't want to.
Lee Daniels.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't want
So,
to say his
so the
name.
thing about that is, everybody thought Dame Dash was crazy when Dame Dash ran up on
I
him
know.
and was like, "Yo, you
But
owe me this money."
When they reported, and he
And everybody
admitted,
thought it was Dame being an asshole or something was wrong. But then when the truth came out, everybody got quiet. Oh, you knew Dame.
Mhm.
You owe me this money.
And so, what a lot of people don't know, one
And
thing I will
everybody
never
thought
forget
it was
about
Dame being an
that is
asshole
that
or something was wrong.
Fox
But then when the truth
did
came
not
out,
want to
everybody
fire
got quiet.
Jesse.
You knew Dame money.
Fox renewed his contract. But the person who was over the show did not want to write him back into the show.
So that was just really, really to me.
That for me, I feel like that point from the fingers.
I mean,
I'm just stating some facts.
I
that out there.
was talking to me. Y'all don't realize I'm a little crazy. Right? I was trying to realize that y'all broadcasting. I had put it up on the flyer, and I
don't-
got a job that followed me, and then they're gonna say that I said it, and so I'm not.
But we can say it. So,
so first of all, Lee Daniels is shady.
I don't
And you know the
And he's a
the
crook.
leaked photograph from when Jesse was in the hospital was a
Mhm.
So
screenshot
first of all, Lee Davis
of
is shady,
a conversation, a video conversation between him and Lee Davis.
and he's a crook.
But Jesse was in the big picture. Lee was in the small picture. So anyone who knows anything about video calling, the person who's in the big picture is the person that you talking to, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And you in the small picture. So if Jesse was in the big picture, right? Lee was in the small picture, and this leaked photograph, where it come from?
Yeah.
The person in the small picture,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that
Well,
was,
here's the crazy thing about this. There was a woman that we all thought was crazy for a little bit. And one of the things that she accused was being blackballed by the industry.
Yeah.
And one of the person that she
Well, here's the
accused
crazy
Mhm.
thing
was
about
Lee
this.
James.
mm-hmm. I know.
There was a woman.
So when Monique
That was
made
the
these,
first person, actually.
yeah.
And one
So
of
when
the
Monique
things
made these
she was
accusations,
blackballed by the industry, and one of the person that she
man, she
accused
tripping.
is Lee
She
Davis.
this, she that. You know, because
Monique
she
made
she
these
chose not to play the game, and she didn't
So
want
Monique made these
to
accusations.
free press
Man,
for the Precious movie.
Mm-hmm.
She
man,
was
she
like, "Well, you want me to do
tripping.
it?"
She
Hey.
this, she that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
because
That's where it started.
she chose not to play the game.
And,
She didn't want to
You cheated, you
do,
cheated, you cheated.
free press
so
for the Precious movie.
they chose
Like, well,
and
you want me to do
they
it?
chose not to pay her. And they made money. They made she got an Oscar for the movie,
Yep.
but they chose not to pay her, and then they chose not to put her in any other movies, and they
So-
blackballed.
Yeah, because since Precious,
They
that
chose,
was the, right
they
there.
chose not to pay her,
And,
and they made money.
you know,
She got
and
an
this was
Oscar.
a young lady who was
But they
making
chose
movies,
not to
and
pay
you know,
her, and they
one of the
they
best
chose
movies, you
not
know.
to
But she had her
put
own
in any
lane,
other movie.
and in Precious, she got to show a different side.
Right.
I actually have the book.
And,
I read the book years before called
and this
Push,
was a young
Yeah.
which
lady
is what
who
Precious
was
is based
making
on by
movies,
Sapphire.
Right.
one of the best movies,
Really
but
good book.
she had her own
Um,
lane, and in Precious, she
And
got
that
to
was
show a
that was
different side.
a breakout
I
moment
actually have
for
the
her.
book.
yes,
And a
I
lot of
read the
people
book
did not
years
take her
before
serious in the
Push,
industry
because
until
Precious
that
is based on
movie.
by Sapphire.
But
and then nothing happened afterwards
Right.
because,
she
and
she
it's
played
sad
that
because
role.
black people blackballing their own people.
Yes.
Right there, the curves of death.
Maybe from
And then nothing happened afterwards
I
because,
seen
and it's sad because
Hustle is
black
hustle.
people blackball their own people.
one hustler making more money than the other hustler, and they calling them stuff. We call the police on the people.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I also that's easy. I know homies that is snake other homies out to the point they no longer here
Mm-hmm.
over money.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That they had no entitlement to some stuff. Was making it together.
Mm-hmm.
one of the most realest things that happened that I can say in my personal life is this. I remember my brother. You know, my brother has been locked up.
One of the most.
And I remember, you know, when tip around, you know, when you have a group of people when you come home, they usually buy you stuff and put you on your feet.
I remember my brother.
I remember.
Been locked up.
I
I
remember.
remember, tip around,
I'm glad
when
that's
you have a
good.
group of people when you come home,
That's what I'm supposed to
do
do.
that like
stuff and put you on.
Rest in pieces.
I remember.
And I was on the boulevard too. And his man came home and he
I'm glad that story.
walked in. He said, "Yo,
But I was
he
working
said, King, he gonna get some stuff. I'm gonna pay for it. You know, and you should discount whatever.
And
Everybody know my brother. It's not a problem."
And
Mhm.
his man came home,
That same dude
walked in, he said, "Yo," he said, "King, he
is
gonna
the
get
person
some
that got
stuff.
my brother locked up.
Pay for it,
Uh-huh.
let me get your discount,
And
whatever."
for a case that had nothing to do with, but for him to, but for his freedom, it was worth taking my brother's freedom. It's the same man several years prior
It's
to
always
that,
someone close to
that,
you.
For a case
that
had nothing to do
basically
with,
was able, that basically set him on,
it was worth
hey,
my brother's freedom.
get anything, get Under Armour, because all sports players so name brand shit. So you're not getting the
basically
jumpsuit from Walmart for $30. You're getting the top, the $60 Nike top, the $70 Nike pants, get what you want. And his repayment was,
for $30. You're getting the top.
when we found out later during the case,
That's
that's the guy that snitched on my brother.
$70 Nike pants.
But it's the crab in the barrel mentality.
Your transcript usually tell
Yes,
all,
it did.
all the stuff.
Yeah, I
We
told the
found
group
out
of
later
kids
during the
that
case
Mhm.
That's the gotta
I,
system.
I was doing
It's the
ISS. That's
crabs
what
in the
was
barrel
switching
mentality.
everything. And I told the whole group of kids,
Yeah, what it is.
I said, you know who made up no snitching? Nigga that was ready to snitch on everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I said, it took me years in the street to realize that, man.
Mhm.
I used to think my father was calling me a sucker when he used to say, you built it. They don't build them like you no more. That, to me, being from where I was from, my father not saying, yeah, you from big this place or the big that place. Nah, you know, my father was being honest. Like, I look at life, I walked away from the block because I was gonna kill somebody, man.
I
Like, I
understand
don't,
that.
you don't, we came, my mama, not my daddy. My mama taught me this right here. You go in with a nigga, you leave out with that nigga, or you stay in there with that nigga.
Yeah.
My mama taught me that. You can only imagine what my daddy taught me,
Mhm.
right? And so I look at life right now, and I got kids that come in ISS and be like, they sound like Esau, God bless his soul. They sound like Esau on Friday.
Mhm.
Smokey back here taking the shit. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. They walk right at ISS and say, where everybody else at? I ain't gonna tell on nobody else, but where everybody else at.
Mhm.
And keep a straight face and say, I don't tell.
Mhm.
If we don't come together and fix this generation working where I work, these kids gonna look at the wall and say, bread,
Mhm.
streaming, purge, and push the fucking button.
Mhm.
And for all those that don't know who that is, what that is in America, it's a little red button that you push that sets off atomic bombs. And our children in America are so ignorant at this point. Not stupid yet. Not stupid because ignorance, everybody ignorant something, right? But it becomes stupid if you don't administer it.
Right.
Right? So we got a whole bunch of ignorant children that I think is playing.
Well, here's the thing. Some of these ignorant children are raised by stupid parents.
Yeah.
So
And
that's the
dumb
problem.
grandparents.
Y'all say that apart again.
It's levels to this.
Yeah.
It's levels
It
to
is.
this. I know. Literally, the first day of school, grandparent about to fight another. And you
Y'all
know
say that apart again.
what I did? I stood there
Yeah.
in awe because I was like, for real, I'm goofy. Like I may not sick, but I'm goofy, and I always say that if I would care about DC publishers, I could be probably like Kevin Hart right now behind some of the goofy shit that I see that DC publishers. Like I'll give you for instance, because I don't think I can get trouble. I looked out of my door the other day and said, "Hey kids, come back." Like I've been there all day. Yeah. Pew. I sit down and I literally made the other 10 kids and then die. I said, hey bro, wanna bet that I can get them sent back here before they ever get to wherever the fuck they thought they was getting?
Yeah.
They was like, yeah, man, let's bet that. Gabe, brother Gabe. So he said, yeah, let's bet that. I said, okay. Excuse me. Already on hold. I want to see your fast ass. I don't think Flash can outrun me with that damn walkie-talkie. And to me, to see kids really think, right? I done had kids, man, brother Gabe tell you, this guy graduated from Johnson, he'll tell you, these don't, kids, every camera in the building work. Right? That's why they love me. I tell them,
Right.
but small, what cameras don't work? All of them work.
Right. That's the main thing.
For
They gonna
real,
make
for
sure.
y'all saw me all day standing by. Yes, because let me tell you what I can
And
do
you
and the
want
power
that.
that I have. The power that I possess says this. I will fuck your entire weekend up on a Monday.
Damn, on a Monday?
Hmm? Why you think don't nobody play with me? That's what I tell kids. I speak their language. I told a kid the other day, and I want to say this in front of my son. I said, your parents don't want to buy you shit. I speak parent fluent. They feel obligated.
Yeah.
Now, do you want me to call and fuck their chances up of having any kind of Christmas? Because I can bet.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the New Jordan, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying, damn, this little kid wear a bigger size than me. But I want him.
Yeah.
That's obligation. That's not, ooh, let me back this kid some shoes.
Right.
See how I'm talking? That's how I talk to them. Real, recognize real. Them babies hear me and they like me sometimes.
Because as a parent, give me a reason not to spend $300 for some shoes. Give me a reason. I will take that.
I'm goofy.
There's a pain in your voice.
Watch this
Because
though.
it's true though.
I'm also petty. Let me tell you what else I can teach you how to be a parent in 5 minutes. This kid don't listen to nothing. He play video games. Yes. Do we have one now? Because he keep going, no, I don't have it. You know what? Find it. Buy him a game and take it.
Yeah.
I'm petty. I felt the same way. Kids don't come with instructions. You know what I mean? I said, my daughter, she was just so bad. Yes, daddy. Not him.
No.
Now you want to fight and shit. Like, what? You know, so, oh, really? I can't keep breaking your face, right?
That's a,
Then I'm
that's
gonna
a
go to
problem.
jail.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I'm with you.
Right. So you know what I'm gonna do? You know what? I was punishing myself, son. These are my words. And watch it. Look at his ass. Because he don't even know. I'm Mr. Miyagi. Wax on wax. You don't know what I'm doing. So you know what I'm gonna do? You know what, son? You deserve a game. What? I ain't doing nothing. You deserve a game. We played that game for 24 hours. I took the shit the next day for 90 days.
Okay, so let me tell you. Me, I take the game and I play on the biggest TV in the house myself.
I'm crazy than that. I threw water. Yeah, I didn't care. Like, he got me so mad one day. You wanna how he make me mad? He in class. Man, I gotta tell him right now. I'm sorry. he first time in high school. You think everything is easy.
Yeah.
This class easy. It's virtual, man. It's like it's virtual, man. I'm gonna do what you said.
Oh, you my
And
son's
the
age.
teacher said, I need 4 pages. He was like, for what? And that I seen his eye shake. You better not. No, you done got hit by the biggest dudes I'd ever seen in my life on the football field. Fool, I've never seen you cry. You about to cry because you got to write 4 pages?
Yeah.
I took the water. I didn't throw the water bottle at the game. See, I'm just going to tell the honest to God truth. I threw the water bottle at him. But he ducked.
And it
hit the game.
There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to hit him. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
But it worked out though.
It did. It really did. And you know why he ended up crying? Just to show all parents that this worked. I don't care how hard your kid is. Guess why he ended up finishing the cry? He waste water in my game.
And he ain't saved it.
That's all he cared about.
And he ain't saved the game either.
I'm a good father. You got it, man.
I can honestly say from this conversation, if I was a parent, that'd be me.
Yeah.
If I was a parent, that would see, yeah. If I had kids, yeah.
No, kids walk around and say, you a snitch, you boy, I get paid good money to tell on you.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I told the kid the other day, I was like, listen.
That's not your folks.
It's
like,
not, no, even if they were, he's heard me say this. I'm not, he said I can say whatever. I'm not your fucking friend.
Yeah, that's what
Imagine how weird it would be
if we
for a 41-year-old man
there you go,
to
right
be friends with 50. That's freaky.
That's
That's
weird.
good touch, bad touch. You gotta stop. Somebody getting touched.
Stranger
I
danger.
guarantee you, scream stranger danger, you ever see something like that. The kid looked at me like, I thought we was homies. You thought wrong.
Homies. Oh no, you're a paid employee. You paid to be there. That's not friends.
They don't.
I mean, I understand everything because I'm the uncle. Like I love my niece. But you know, as she was becoming a teenager, one day she really got smart with me. And I was like, I will break your phone. I understand everything because I'm and tell your mother that I broke it and not pay for it. You know, as she was becoming a teenager, and she looked at me. She was like, oh, she posted something one day. She posted a video and was like, some dudes cussing and stuff. And I was like, and not pay for it. You have a couple of options here. And I said, I can tell your mom, you can take the video down. She said, well, I'm glad you can take the video down. I said, because I get off at 4 o'clock. You get out of school at such and such time, and I could be at your school at this, and I will embarrass you in front of everybody. And if you don't believe me, call your aunt and you ask your brother. I said, I beat kids. I said, they call me to fuck kids up. They don't call me to. And then she was like, oh, you know what happened? She called me back and said, oh, the video's down. I said, I beat kids.
Yeah. And I love Apple. Apple got those things where you can shut everything on the phone.
I gotta tell you that. Shut everything.
No, but I mean, you don't even have to bring. Can you imagine?
It's not satisfying if I call Apple to do it.
Yeah,
I
but
want
no,
them.
no, you're
No, no,
not
I
older.
want them to see me crush their
I
phone.
want my son to have his phone in his hand and not be able to do
To use it.
anything.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this.
It's,
All right,
it's,
watch.
not, it's not satisfying
That's
if I call
old
Apple to
school,
do it.
and what
I
DC
want them.
public schools
No,
call
no, I
what you do
want them to
is
see me
store them.
crush their phone.
Mhm.
Let's use some.
To use it.
We're doing restorative justice.
Mhm.
Restorative, restrict
Mhm.
the child for doing what the child wants to do because they didn't live up to the expectation.
Mhm.
See, because like in DC public schools, they say get rid of the words like rules.
Get rid of rules.
They don't say rules, say expectation.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Broadens the children's vocabulary.
Oh.
No, it makes them SAWFT soft.
Exactamundo. See, because
Wait, how
I
you
just feel
spell
like
soft?
they think
That's a reference to Black GOP.
Yeah.
This is a wrestling rap.
Yeah, but that's why I was like, wait, what? You just said?
I don't know, man. I don't know what we missing.
I love this conversation.
We missing certain things that people have worked hard to remove from parents.
Well,
I would like to interject on this
Okay,
subject
go
because
ahead.
I have,
Go
I
ahead.
have,
Because you have many kids.
that you don't know about.
to my knowledge, they aren't mine until
Well,
I get the
I'm on the
D, until I
screen
get the
looking for your
DNA,
dad.
until I get the DNA test. They are not mine. And if they are mine, your mama kept me away from it. But so you made me lose my train of thought where I was going. You know what I'm saying? You done took me off for the
I
tangent. I
mean, you
forgot
got
where I was
more
going.
kids than probably all of us combined. It's all right. We know somewhere out there.
Forgot where I was going. See,
You were
I've been drinking. You
interjecting.
know I've been drinking.
I mean, you the one that bought the 1730.
But I'm saying I had a.
What's in there with
But
it?
I say this while you get your thoughts
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Let me go back here.
The reason why some of the kids is jacked up is because some of their parents have no.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going. I know.
So when I talk to people, because I deal with adults that are children. Like I once told my staff, I feel like I'm not a manager, I'm a babysitter.
Yes. Yes.
And when we talk to them, it goes to the whole snitching thing. Because the first thing they say is, you like, well, I caught you on your phone, and you're not supposed to have your phone on the floor. This is the hospital. The first thing they say, well, so-and-so did it. They don't have no.
But that doesn't excuse you.
Dry snitching is dry snitching like a mother.
I once
It
told
don't
my
matter if you still in the wrong, so you still.
I once told one of my friends, like, why do you throw? This supposed to be your man, but why do you throw him underneath the bus through every conversation? And then I had an honest conversation with my staff one day. I said, telling me so and so did it means absolutely nothing. Like, I'm not gonna stop talking. I'm not gonna not give you this write up.
Right. You still gonna get it.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, so and so did it. Let me write them up too. That means absolutely nothing. Don't mean shit to you.
Is that what's happening? Yeah, I want to work with your word, man. Because what I'm thinking, they don't throw you on they go to the yard and go get the fucking bus to drive it in front of the school. Say, hey, more. They're gonna bust. I'm about to throw your ass under and then throw you. Like that. Man.
But that's unfortunately that's the society we live in. People want to tell on other people. So it's like, okay, if you're doing something wrong, like in that situation, if you're doing something wrong and you telling on the next man, that's not going to lessen
what you do.
What you did wrong.
I got a solution. I'm writing a book now called Common Sense Solutions to Everyday Problems. It's the first time anybody has heard that problem.
Okay.
But it's true. And one of the solutions that works for me for the last 20 years was make more money than your supervisor. It doesn't matter what the fuck you say. He says, make more money than your supervisor. Don't fucking matter. Like I sit at work all day and I'll be like, this job. And I, Coleman, I know you watching. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying if you were, you wouldn't know that I put you there. Anyway. That's it. And so yeah, like I don't know, man. Like we was in the staff meeting, man. They just go to what you were saying, people telling on each other at the staff meeting like babies. And they was like, I had to do this social emotional opener, so now I'm a strong silent type at meetings. Because at meetings, I think God gave me 2 ears in one mouth so that you
Yeah,
can
you
listen
gotta listen.
2 times more than you talk. That's just me. Learn a lot at meetings shutting up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there and they want to know what I have to say. Shit, you sure? They was like, yeah. I walked in the auditorium and didn't know I was walking into a group of adults. Because I remember what it feels like to fucking be broke.
Mm-hmm.
Voila. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't even that hard. Like, my solutions in my book will make you feel stupid. Because I realized something. The only reason why you ever learn is because you feel stupid. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't feel stupid, then at that moment you were the smartest person ever to do the shit.
Right.
Right? And so until you feel stupid, you're not gonna learn. So I say things in the book to make you feel fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I keep on being late every goddamn day. Leave early.
Right.
Kids be like, man, I keep on. I told man, watch this. Just to show you how much I say this. Man, do I not have the trick to getting on age? When the teacher, well, let me do this. When the teacher give you your homework, what the fuck you supposed to do? Ain't no secrets.
Right.
Do it.
Yeah,
The
do
fuck?
good work.
You know, like, you want me to tell you that I got some kind of secret pill, like the Matrix, that you gonna take and jump in that bitch and get an A? No.
Mm-hmm.
The degree like that, I actually read.
You had to do work.
Yeah.
The funny thing is though, is common sense ain't always common.
It's not.
You know
It,
that.
sense is not common. Period. You know, if you want to not know, you don't want a kid to know what you're writing.
The funny thing is though, is common sense ain't
God.
always.
It used to be you put it in script because they don't know how to read it.
Yeah, I read script.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to know the joke part of it? It's sad as shit, but it's funny because I'm sinister. All you gotta do is write the shit now.
Yeah. They not gonna read it.
No, they can't. That's what's so fucking. They can't. Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm being honest. No, listen. Remember, like, if you gonna learn something from me today, if nothing else, everything I say comes to me. Right? Mm-hmm. I say that you got. If you have an oppressor, there's something about your oppressor that you admire.
Mm-hmm.
It's your patience. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We just was in a 2-year pandemic.
Right.
They sent these babies back in school.
Mm-hmm.
Right? To deep cleaning.
Yeah, no.
It costs $10,000 a day to give them water, so we're gonna cut the water fountains back on.
Yeah.
With Omarion out here dancing and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We had the same boss.
Which is it?
With the water.
Omarion, Mocha Crown.
It's a Decepticon.
One of them cons.
Mm-hmm. Decepticon.
I crack me up sometimes. One of them goddamn cons. Grandma said this one time. You want to find a crook? Pick up the phone and call the cabinet. It don't matter who answered that motherfucker.
What I tell you? I done told y'all.
We are.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna give you something.
Now I know firsthand
this.
what you're saying is
Watch
true.
this. DCPS. I'm just gonna show you. Just in case you did not believe that the powers that be understood that this pandemic was gonna happen. Gabe, stop me if I'm wrong. Okay. Year before the pandemic, everybody was saying K-12 this, K-12 that, which K-12 is a school that's virtual,
Yep.
that they created for fucking kids to do correspondence school. Like, they ain't lazy enough. We not going there, but okay. Okay.
Yeah, actually K-12 been out for a little while.
It has. And the problem with that was that the social emotional learning piece. These kids are learning at home, but then you put them beside another child, and they're gonna get scared. Right? So I said, hey y'all, DC public schools about to do something with K-12. Nobody believed me. Heard it. Who I heard it from, I knew it was true. So I see DC public schools start talking about virtual. Like, if you suspend it for a certain amount of time, this is before the pandemic, then you can do K-12. And before, my email address was dewan.moore@dcps.com. Mid-pandemic, my email address is d1.more@k12.dc.gov. Writing on the wall is something that's a talent. You know, it's a lot of goddamn blind ass. I did not know God made so many Stevie Wonders. In race. Like if you do not see that, I'm not saying that DC public schools and DC government had anything to do with the pandemic. Let me clear that up. But I think they knew before you.
Yeah,
You see,
but hold on, a lot of people had COVID in this fall of 19 anyway.
it was an upper respiratory infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I lost 40 pounds. I found the shit. I'm trying to give it back, but they won't take it.
But I was working in one said place that I'm not gonna name, but all of my coworkers got it. I didn't.
And I'm tell you something. The cure for COVID in the fucking hood. Listen to me. Niggas is using COVID in the hood. Pardon my language, but niggas is using COVID in the hood like a fucking diet.
Atlanta, never been closed, man.
No, it hasn't. No, but I'm saying the hood, period. I don't give a damn where it is.
No, that's what I'm
you
saying.
You ever rolled through the hood and seen, yeah, man, I ain't seen you in about 3 weeks. You had got sick, but you had COVID. Tell the truth. Because, like, right now, but I seen one of my men, I promise, he know exactly what I'm talking about. He rolled through, I promise this man, 6'3", maybe 6'4". 350. I ain't seen the man for like 4 weeks. He got sick. That's what he said. I said, nigga, he like 220. He said, yeah. I said, nigga, you had COVID. You wasn't sick. He said, I wasn't. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's at home chilling and getting better.
No, this is what I feel. This is why. Because niggas take perks, right? And perks make you tired. And COVID, I know I had it, so it makes you tired. So niggas say, hey, COVID, that's the fucking 30s. So then the nigga be like, I'm coughing. I ain't got COVID, that's that Sasa. And then the motherfucker just drink the rest of it and wait. I see the nigga mid COVID say, let me get a pull off that jack. I say, stop it.
Right.
No, seriously. In the middle of a college park, stop it, boy. He tells me, look me in my face, he said, Juan, for real. And this was when I knew I had to go home. It's time to leave. I'm probably saying, this nigga looked at me in my face and said, you gotta expect to catch the shit at least once.
At least once.
At least once.
I've heard that though. You
I said,
laughing.
little boy,
I've heard people say that.
I did, but they all look like us, and it's bothering the fuck out of me. Because if you really caught it, I called my wife and told her to get my shit on. I was dying.
I've heard that though. I said
yeah, it was COVID to Sassy. What's that shit, man?
As you say this, he taking his COVID medicine.
I'm just saying.
There it is. No, seriously,
I mean, that's some real shit. I've been working every day since the pandemic.
My wife worked for Amtrak. She's never been off.
Yeah.
Me
Ever,
neither.
like,
Leave that line.
Me neither.
yeah. I work for DC Public School, so hey, buddy.
I had to leave my job.
Dancing again.
I had to leave my job and go to another job in order to be home with her. But I'm glad I left my job when I did, because I left before January 2020.
But it was, I mean, I'm at the hospital, so I have to tell my staff, when I interview people, I be like, you afraid of COVID? They be like, yeah, but like, take the job, please.
Yeah, no, DC Public, I'm gonna tell you something real. I'm a germaphobe.
I mean,
and you might not think it because I got my mask off. Right?
When I interview people, I be like, you afraid of COVID? They be like, yeah, but like, take the job.
I got all 3 of the shots. I'm gonna tell you something. I take 7,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day.
Yeah.
Just how I feel about the vaccine. That shit's actually 95.5 too. I mean, I have people at my job. I feel like this. Do you research black people created vaccine?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Number 2, you have polio. And you wanna know what I learned too? See, we speaking about the parents in the schools. Oh, I told a lady the other day, I said, baby, your kid already got vaccines running through their back. When I tell you, I cannot make this up. The lady said, first of all, ain't nobody never asked you, so they gonna have to take them shits back out.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she said shits too with an S.
But wait, how you gonna take it back out?
Don't know. I ain't never met that before. But then she said, and she said, I said, so okay, let me ask you this thing. When you go to the doctors, they give you the list. You gotta sign it at the bottom and say your kid took this to go to school.
And they give him a shot.
Guess what the lady told me? Oh, that's not a vaccine. The doctor told me that's a shot.
That's what the shot is. Bless the heart. Oh, bless that baby heart.
And you want to know why I'm about to cry on your stage?
Now you wonder why I don't have kids.
You do. You know, my.
This the type of shit. I cannot make.
My brother told me the funny thing about when he had a talk with somebody at his job about vaccination, and he was like, because the hospital because it's mandated.
Right.
So some people good, some people laugh, and he was like, damn, y'all a generation of licking ass, feet, and everything.
But won't take a shot.
But then you question,
They share blunts.
They're taking fentanyl.
Yeah.
This generation, let me tell you something. First of all, the kids love me because I tell them the truth. You gotta say thank you sometimes to them. I have not heard the word nigger inside of Johnson in 4 years. It's bro. I promise. I watched them fighting, saying bruh.
Yeah.
That shit, bruh.
Yeah.
They eliminated nigga. You don't know how they did it, right? But so they can't be but so ignorant. And then they strong as shit. Let me tell you why. Because these kids can pop a 30 of what they thought was perk. Now I had knee surgery and I took perk 30. I got up, walked through what I thought was my mother. It was a dream. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to bend my leg. So needless to say, I walked through it and then had to get the surgery again the next day. Right? So here's the situation about that. These kids are able to take perk 30s and don't nod. I know children that's taking the fake ones that's all or 50% fentanyl and they're alive. What I think needs to happen is I need to take one of them little motherfuckers with me when I paid a lot of me. You just took a 30 of fentanyl and you walking. I'm serious. Like at the end, I won't. Anyway, but yeah, man, I'm just saying these children are
Well, I
different.
can't say none of that medication.
I
Told y'all it's the wings, man.
Okay.
To carry our wings, man.
You want to know
It's
what
the,
helped
he
my
said it's
knee?
the wings.
It's to carry our wings, man. It's something in the
They put
wings, dog.
They put the stuff in the wings.
Man, them joints ain't, man, them
It's
ain't
in the
regular
water.
wings, man. Them joints big as shit, dog.
No, you know what it is? These are water babies, though, right? Our generation,
Bottle.
right? No, water, dirty water,
Oh.
South Beach, dirty creek water babies, they fucked up. That ain't no other way to put it. I keep saying this. The people say, well, what's your answer? I don't know what the hell else do you do with fucked up shit. These kids are fucked up. They, in one hand, can stop a whole word that we've been saying for generations, but then on the other hand, pop perk 30s and walk.
Well, let's not
But
talk
you gotta
about,
look at the people that had them, too.
let's talk about this. What's your sound like? A hoodie, right?
In the summer.
If it's 100 degrees outside, they wear a hoodie and they not sweating.
Well, I thought they all had sickness.
And then if it's -3 degrees, they wear a hoodie and they not cold. I'm confused.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. You make a complete point. And this is why kids hate ISS. Because I tell them if you open your mouth in here, you sound stupid. Something makes you sound stupid. They come in the room with a hoodie on, a long sleeve shirt under the hood, a coat buttoned up with the hood on top of the hood they had on the hoodie, and be like, Mr. Moore's had his shit in here.
Oh, bless him.
So what I do, let me tell you, I'm fucked up like this. I cut the air on. I cut the heat on. And the humidifier on. That blows cold air. And I'm like, see, this is the reason why we know that you don't know what the fuck I know. Because I done made your ass cold and hot and that shit still ain't make you happy, I swear to God, shut up and
Mm-hmm.
like that's how I know. Like I'm not even lying. Like just please shut up in this room. Kid said the other day, I promise y'all, I got a bunch of you. Like that's how I go. Like I'm not even.
That motherfucking lady, man. I hate that motherfucking lady. I hate him.
Kid said the other day,
What lady?
I promise y'all, I got a bunch of you. Let's just say Miss P. Can't say Miss Man. I was about to. She get on my nerves too. So, but I tell the kid, who in the hell told you that you was gonna have to like nerve?
Mm-hmm.
I want to drag the ex because our generation was taught that you better get the message. It don't matter who the fuck the message came from.
Cause I had a lot of teachers I ain't like. I learned from them though.
She ain't fucking teach. I'm a professor. Damn Gutierrez.
Not them probably the professor now.
We about to take a small video break.
Oh,
This conversation went way too deep.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
It went
nah,
left.
that's me though.
It went
That's
left.
fine. But I like deep conversations like that.
I ain't dropping no names today.
What?
Nah, I ain't dropping no
The
names.
show ain't over yet. He
It's
said
still-
I'm giving up.
his first baby mama, he gonna drop her name.
Only if she called me tonight.
Uh-oh.
Gonna find out.
Hope she called the show.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
It is going to be the best pizza of your life.
You eat it, you're gonna eat more and more. It's like fish can.
Oh, that's gold.
Oh my God.
It is going to be the best pizza of your life.
You eat it, you want to eat more and more. It's like fish can.
I show up when you ain't slide. That's my brother, I'ma die for him. Seem like chopping everything like in the bed, know 20 blocks from East Pound.
Yeah, because I know people may say something in your clothes.
Say she want these jeans. That's what's like that shit like mac and cheese.
Whoa. I like that shit.
I don't think I'm gonna go. Because I made you so I'm not you a chance to show your love, you turn your back, go figure, spin the always speaking. Everyone to turn your back, speaking. My dog,
We haven't even got to the rest of the question. Yeah, look, man, when the interview starts to go like that, you go.
She bought a car from me. Ex-military.
Yeah. So we back. So, man, I love the conversation. Love the conversation. Anytime CP3 is quiet, you know, it's a conversation.
No, I was going, drop some knowledge that, but we changed so many, turned so many different corners of this conversation. By the time I was about to say, I remember what the hell I was going to say, it wasn't relevant anymore. I left it alone. I wasn't trying to go.
You couldn't get it
Was
together.
it the alcohol?
Nah, it was just, I got thrown off track when she mentioned the baby mama thing. I had,
touchy subject.
yeah, I had a scare. I had an envelope came from the state. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a DNA test. I wasn't sure. I had to, make sure everything was cool.
You got that DNA test.
Hey, no, I didn't. I thought it was. Shit, ain't nobody popping no test on me.
Not yet. They gotta find you first.
I'll find bankruptcy first, bitch. Nah, I'm just saying. No, we was talking about. We was talking about, the difference in the children nowadays, and I got to go back because, like I said, I have 3 nieces and a nephew that I help my sister out. I don't know where the notion came from that I want to give my kids more than what I had coming up, and my sister made this mistake and gave the kids so much, and then when they get older, you want them to do chores to earn the stuff that you've been giving them for so long. And I feel like that's what's going on, that some of the parents, not myself, are overcompensating for whatever childhood or things they missed in their past, and want to live their best life through their children, and it's adversely affecting them. And then, as you said, also with the virtual learning, not having the social skills to be able to communicate, these folks don't know how to have a one-on-one conversation. You can put them in a room and they'll sit there on their phone the whole damn time.
They may even text
and they'll text each other, yeah, but they won't talk to each other.
But I don't think that's more of a not to say the virtual learning for like people really the rise of the smartphone that made people socially off.
Texting and technology,
like,
yeah.
When you send it, I hate when motherfuckers, if we in the same room and you gonna text me what you doing, or if you text me some dumb shit like call me, you lucky I don't reply, fuck you. Because at that point, why didn't you just call me? Or if you text me, call me, 9 times out of 10, I'm just not gonna call you. He's gonna be like, and then I'll wait for you to call me, and you'll be like, I text you to call me. I was like, I know.
Well, you know,
that nigga's stupid.
Texting, you can tell your phone to tell someone too, man. That's the thing.
What?
Like if you text someone, right, and they're driving, they can have their phone tell you to text them. I mean, to call them.
Yeah, now if you're driving, I'm still like, fuck all that. They don't text me.
I mean,
they didn't. They tell them their phone to do it.
That's the thing now with technology in the cars now. They all got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can just call them, motherfucker. It's just folks don't know how to communicate, and especially via text. You don't know how many arguments I got into with females because of misinterpretation via text. Oh, you felt that you. It ain't my fault.
I mean, people do that because they be like, if you text them something, they be like, well, I feel like you was yelling at me. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, if I was yelling at you, I call you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you're having.
Texting capital letters don't put my feelings.
Well, no, texting in cap and then using exclamation mark. You remember back in the day, all of us that are, not you, but all of us who are older, when we were in English language arts,
yes,
we learned about when you're writing, those exclamation marks are supposed to mean something. Putting something in caps is supposed to mean something. So if you take that, what we learned back then, you take it to text messages, they're still supposed to mean something, but some people don't really.
I mean, if you text me in all caps, and I'm supposed to take that to mean that you're angry or you're upset, all I can tell you is go play in traffic on 95. I think I dropped my wallet in the middle lane. You need to go kill yourself. I'm sorry.
I mean, me personally, it's not gonna matter in text or conversation. If you're yelling, I'm still gonna laugh. But the fact of the matter is that you're supposed that is supposed to mean something.
So I want to talk about his product because I know you forgot his wife and his daughters all this time.
But we did talk about the shoes.
But he has some great products up
This
on
is supposed to mean something.
So you got slides.
I want to talk about his product because I know he has got his
Slides.
wife and his daughter.
This is just, I just want a little
all
bit.
this time while we having this.
He said
He just bought a little bit, but it's
a
still
little
the whole
bit.
table.
Right. You
Man,
ain't
what's a
bring
lot?
just a little bit.
My bad. Yeah, shoes, sweatsuits, pretty separate.
He just bought a little bit, but it fills up the whole
t-shirt,
table. Damn, what's the lot?
watches, keychains, hats, all over print bucket hats.
Do you do embroidery or do you do silk screen for the hats?
Oh, the hats.
Yeah.
I do both.
Yeah, we need to talk offline. I'm about to cut my embroidery supply right now from my apparel brand.
Okay, I do, but I will say this though. She's not professional. It looks cleaner.
It looks cleaner, but what?
It looks cleaner. Like you can see the verbiage and the list. You know, it's like imperfections, and you see this, and it's not. It's perfect. Just that people think it's gonna come off.
Is that reflective?
It is.
It looks like it.
I know these conversations.
Yeah, we're gonna talk because I need a whole setup for hats too. Because they're killing me with the overhead right now. So yeah, we definitely need to talk. Yeah.
Do you have a website?
That's been under construction because I'm kind of trying to move the ways of the children, and yeah, websites are about to be obsolete, just like DVDs.
Do you have a website?
Through social media. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it is technically a website, but it's like those fake joints that look like the OnlyFans and you push the button. You know what I'm talking about? As you push the button and all the things.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I
You
lying.
I have
We
no
know
idea what
you
you're talking
lying
about.
right
OnlyFans. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that
You
platform.
lying.
You probably got. I owe you fans.
Well, you know you can tell
The
that.
check is in the mail.
Oh yeah, my son told me to tell you book bags.
CP3, you probably got. I owe you fans.
So far, Red Grant is endorsed this as well as Trayon White.
Both will run for mayor of DC, right?
Yeah. Yep. And man, I don't know. That's just quotes, daily quotes. I think if you can't find your own use, I love to give you. But yeah, it's just a little bit of what I do. Like EP. This I have links for online.
Okay.
But yeah, I try to do everything that I want to do and make it profitable. If not, it's a hobby.
What explain your music to us? Like what's the sound? Can you put it into a category or not? You can sound however you want.
Hip hop.
Okay.
Sometimes.
There you go.
It's hip hop. I'm grown. You know what I mean? I'm not saying every line because I think it sounds tight because I'm on perks and shit and it sounds good. Now I'm actually trying to teach you something. You started out to be, and it's actually on rhythm. You know, keep trying to tell people, what you think I'm listening to, right?
You listen to Blueface, he's not on rhythm.
Y'all about to say, because music, actually rhythm is in the definition of music. So what the fuck? Offbeat Gang, all these guys, I know them. They're little boys to me. I don't know, man. I come from the land of real big homies, and I'm one of them. And I really don't care what you feel about what I say, because at least you can say it wasn't a lie. Like you literally said, I'm gonna make music that I know gonna piss people the fuck off when I make it, just because ain't nobody else making it. And that's what's on it. I don't make that. I make the opposite.
What's your Mount Rushmore?
Scarface. Well, oh, you wanted me to keep going?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the whole
Mount
Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore. You got some,
Oh,
a few faces left there.
they don't get to do that again.
We get it,
It's
but I'm
Scarface.
Scarface.
That's it. Nobody else.
Who else?
Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry. Jay-Z.
Okay.
I knew it was coming.
That's what you wanted me to say.
I knew it was coming.
No.
I wasn't, because I was trying to say, I don't know. Maybe about, because I'm 41. Well, I keep saying that. I don't care. I don't really care. Like, here's the thing. Should Jay be there? Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh Lord, here, Jay.
But no, I'm a Jay fan.
Yeah, Jay definitely belongs there.
I'm a Jay fan, but does he? Or does Jazz O belong there? I'm trying to figure it out.
Wow.
Now, I'm just, because at the end of the day, bro, I'm going to say this, and you got it. You know, I'm going to say this. What's my man name? He passed, he got killed. Jam Master Jay. One of the things that Jam Master Jay said when asked why Biggie wasn't in his top three, and his answer to that was, in order for me, in my mind, for you to be great, you would have to have a catalog.
Yeah.
Biggie had 2 rounds, working on the third one.
Yeah.
And so that gave me the free use to speak free. Right? Because I thought at the end of the day, I was shit, you can't say that about Biggie.
I said
But he did.
I said the same thing.
But then that's Jam Master Jay.
You can't tell him he's wrong.
You can't tell him he's wrong. Then I realized that's an opinion. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Correct.
I don't know if Jay-Z belongs.
Well, we debate this because he's a Jay-Z fan, but he's not a Biggie fan. I was like, well, the funny thing about that is Jay-Z stole all this Biggie. Some of his Biggie, a lot came from Biggie.
I think that's almost impossible. That should be because I like listen. Biggie is Jay's favorite rapper.
But we debate this because he's a Jay-Z.
So how can you like a person who his entire use?
He modeled himself.
So say you though. See, I said that for you to say. So say you because I mean people forget about my man Jazz O.
Right.
Literally forgets about it.
And that's
literally forget about Jay, and 80% of the Jay raps was about his entire muse. His man. So say you though. See, I said that for you to say. So I mean, people forget about my man Jazz O. Press play. Literally my music. I'm gonna give you one. And that's the real sound. And the reason why I say it is because everything in there, I did it. I'm not acting.
What's your best song?
Press play. I mean, my music. I'm gonna give you one. My favorite song to me don't even have music behind it. You know what I mean? It's called Props to 32.
Yeah, what's your favorite song on the CD that you gave?
I'm gonna show you how I teach. They say money
I ain't gonna go back and forth, back and forth. I ain't gonna go back
Stop it, but I was like, hey, you know what?
You won't, she will. She will. You won't, she will.
I done said it before, though. I done said it before. That's why I'm like, oh shit. Do I need to get the dollars ready? It sounds like it's a strip club, bro. This would be there. It's like a strip club, but I already had that vibe. Yeah, I listen to the hook, man. You listen to the hook, man. She won't do what somebody else will.
She's telling me no. She's telling me yes. You telling me no. I bust on the chest. You telling me no. But she ain't even stress. You telling me no. She's telling me daddy, this pussy the best. I'm told, baby.
It's my life. We kindred souls, dog. We kindred souls. I'm 44, you 41, dog. We gotta do some shit, dog.
I ain't got a charge, but you all on my case. You all on my case.
The first one I was like, okay, I feel that. That's it right here. Say that before.
You ain't got to go back and forth. I ain't got to go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. I ain't got to go back and forth. Baby, I was don't stop the nigga like I ever said. All he wanted is hurt. You went for the meal, he broke your heart now. And meal, you ain't wrong. Get the finger, dick, going all in. You know, rain, you still there. But baby, my love make you feel better. Dripping this sauce in the bed, she helping me put her wrist in it. fuck with her, put a twist in it. Open wide, she like when I come for the dip in her. She ain't never coming back. She ain't a real nigga, that's real nigga. That definition give a chills, nigga. Now ask her how that fit. Took shorty from a fuck boy, getting her back, you luck boy, you dumb boy, yeah, you stuck boy, yeah. Got me singing like, got me singing like, she ain't never coming back. Got me singing like, here what I live.
Had a similar situation with that. What if my ex-girl trying to take my girl? Hey, 'cause like I said, I'm relating to what he's spitting. I had a similar situation, dog. One of my exes tried to take my girl.
You ain't got to go back and forth. Ain't got to go back and forth. You know I will. You know I will. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. I ain't gonna go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth. You ain't got to go back and forth.
I feel this joint. I feel this joint, dog. I feel because I had a similar situation like that, dog.
How come every strip club song you done had a similar?
Because he said that he was saying that his girl got taken by a let. I was in a threesome where my ex tried to take my current girl at the time, and that shit was funny because my girl we was
never told this story before.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we was, I was chilling, I had a little chick. My ex hit me up. She wanted to, come through. I just happened to have my folks over there. So I was like, I asked Shawty, you cool with that? She said, yeah. So she came through, had a couple of drinks, rolled a couple of J's. And she, it popped off. And, I do my thing, go down. And next thing I know, my ex started going down on my folks trying to, outdo me. So my folks look at me like, what is she doing? Why is she doing all of this? So, yeah, she didn't stop it, but I had to show her who was the king, dang, I didn't want pussy in contest between lesbians and bisexuals, so I had to show who the fuck really was who,
I feel like every thought story that can happen, every imaginable
I told you my 20s, man.
thought story, and I'm saying thought loosely because that's what they use.
I was a whore. I was not a thought. I was a whore.
I feel it.
I was a whore.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, I was not a thought.
On the show before is like
right,
I'm just saying.
Every situation you can think of. Oh, I went through that. I got kidnapped by two.
I was in a strip club at the age of 14. What do you expect? I'm 44. I have stories.
Like that now. Yeah, like right.
No, I only got hit, and it was a parking lot adjacent to the church. It was technically not the church parking lot. It was adjacent to the church.
Lot was owned by the church. No, they did. It was the daycare attached to the church.
It was adjacent. It was adjacent. She was a
every situation you can think of.
I mean, she was a daycare, and they went to school.
Is there any story of you actually going in the church?
Only for a funeral. I don't do that.
But you out there in that parking lot, though.
Adjacent.
It's the church parking. It's in the daycare.
Have you ever had instant regret when you asked this nigga a question?
I'm an open book, baby. That's why I want to work. I want to talk to you because I need to write my memoirs, dog. You say you writing a book. I need to write my memoirs, man. I started it. They already got the title and everything. I got the title, man. I said I changed the name of the guilty because it was a nobody innocent. I already got the title, dog. People going to read it, man. I just need to get with your publisher, man. Oh, believe me, some of the stuff that I got.
It's gonna be hard when it's banned in all countries.
I'm changing the names though. Only people that were there was gonna know who was there. It'll go platinum.
What? On the book?
Yeah.
The book's gonna go platinum.
Mine is fuck that.
He said it's gonna go platinum. Bless his heart.
Changing the game.
Yeah, Lord.
I should have bought some holy water in here for this one.
That shit don't work.
Throw it on him.
Some of the stuff you say makes me want to stop.
Some oil.
Hey, man.
You need some oil for this one.
It's been a rough month, babe.
Clearly.
Lady, do you have any questions before you let our guests go?
I mean, y'all, because y'all be talking about me and my questions. Y'all sure about this? Y'all big asking me.
I'm just
Some of the
saying.
stuff you say makes me want to stop drinking. That's
Long as knives ain't involved.
He can't even drink his beer. You know what?
Any that you have
I was
any
about to say something real
questions
hateful to you,
Mm-hmm.
but
I
I'm
guess.
going to behave.
Mm-hmm.
So, for people who are young entrepreneurs, young artists, people that come up behind you, what do you have to say to them? Any advice, any things to kind of tell them to look out for?
If you can think of it, the hell with the nation.
He said, "Are you talking to him?"
You think you should be doing
You doing gang signs over there, young man?
I'm going like this. Yep, that's me.
the hell with the gang, the hell with the naysayers. Yeah, the answer is yeah.
Doing gang signs over there, young man.
That's it. It's always that. It takes time. Sometimes you gotta do things you want other people to do for you. You don't have to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, secret?
Oh man.
You thinking about that song?
Yeah, man. I was in the moment. My bad. I told you it's been a couple of beers involved today. What? Let's see. Because you're definitely, like I say, I have some of the same thoughts, some of the thought processes you have. Like I said, if I was a parent, I'd probably be the same way you are, real, break it down to them, and put foot in their ass when they need it. But what? Because folks nowadays, like I was gonna say, we don't have parents anymore. We have people with kids. What? What helps you be able to step back and see the issues and be able to follow through with a plan to help? That's one of my issues. I have a good, thought process, but I don't have the follow through to put it into place and make it happen. What is it that pushes you to be able to have the vision, put it into place, and follow through with it? Because that's something I'm working on myself.
It's not me who.
Follow through with the plan to help. That's one of my issues. I have a good thought process, but I don't have the follow through to put it into place and make it
People
happen.
actually
What is
drop
it
some
that
more music.
pushes you to
So
be able to have the
maybe
vision, put it into
once
place,
they
and follow
really call
through?
me
That's
Dr.
something
Moore.
I'm working on myself.
I think it's cool, man. Dr. J, basketball, Dr. Dre, music. Really do everything that I've done and end up being a doctor. Real,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just got a new credential the other day. Family development. Beyond the skies the limit. Cane is not a word, but like if you look at the back of my book, like literally, if you can zoom in on this, it says, remember that God only puts on you what you can handle. So drop that extra baggage.
You can, big as that.
You can. And that apostrophe T, that's the bag. Drop that. Drop that, bro. Like, I mean, best thing I ever said to me is, gonna be worth everything, is gonna be hard.
No doubt.
I roll with that every day. Like every day. That and also remain a kid long as you can. Because adulting sucks ass.
Hell yeah.
No bullshit,
They
bruh.
get mad at me because
Bruh.
I'm 25. They get mad at me. Why I can't be 25?
You see the look on my face, right? You see the look on my face, right? You see the look on my face, right?
If you're 25, you can't share a post saying my daughter just turned 20.
She fertile. She fertile. She fertile and fresh.
I ain't changed this for all the diapers.
She fertile and fresh. Had a baby at 5.
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter.
I
If you're 25, you can't share a post saying my daughter just turned 20.
If you want to stay 25, you stay 25.
I remember saying in my flow one time, anything can happen in Hollywood with a green screen.
No bullshit.
He could be with
Anything. anything.
Right now, y'all at the bar.
I
And
got
Photoshop,
I got two at home.
Photoshop let you do so much.
It does.
I don't even use that.
You said what?
I don't even use that.
Well, Photoshop.
Yeah.
But you can. That's what I'm saying.
I'm good at video editing. Fuck that. I make it in motion.
But you can, if you take print, you can alter. Not necessarily alter people, but just in general. I mean, you know, I used to. I was a photographer, so I know how to do it.
I used to do.
Well,
You ain't started your print business like I did.
how you do it?
In the seed, and your mother say you can't bring no more seed. You know how to erasing that joint with the eraser and making it a beetle.
But hold on, what you mean you bet we?
Man, that's some talent right there, too.
Hold on, what you mean we ain't never did that? I mean, I didn't do that.
No, I didn't.
I didn't.
I turned D's into A, nigga. I turned D's into A's, nigga.
I told my mother when I came on this air that I was not gonna lie
About anything.
about anything. So I'm gonna have to tell you.
Man, that's some talent right
My
there.
mother pulled me off a metro bus for that one. Because, you know, they send you home with one.
Yeah.
But I tell this to kids too. We can't think past our nose at a certain age. I can't see that one because if you try to look cross-eyed, so you fucked up either way, right? And I ain't never knew what that meant until I realized, damn, I changed this grade. But my mother said it was in there.
Yeah. Or me, when my mother's signature showed up, a couple places that she didn't remember signing. That happened.
But it did.
Why you shaking your head?
Just saying, I ain't never forward shit.
I just said that her signature was in places she forgot she signed. What you talking about?
Oh, Lord. So if somebody wanted to buy some of your product, what can they reach you?
IG at LUVOVA 8, the number 8, the letter T.
So if somebody wanted to buy some of your
Man,
product,
you know I've been drinking.
Oh no, I'm giving y'all cards.
All right, yeah, I'm trying to, man. Hey,
Look at the back.
whatever I say, nigga.
He got a
I
QR
just
code.
say, nigga,
Okay?
you know how many
That's what
spellers
we
I
need.
done had tonight? We talking about this, man.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was about to give you a few more, but then you can you follow me on one, I follow you on one.
I bet.
Yeah, but that's how you in the DMV, I pull up. That's how I get all my customers.
People is up for business, Lady Antoinette. Not for business.
What you talking about? It's business.
Shanking people is not a business.
That's a felony in some
I
cases.
don't know what they're talking about.
It's a talent.
I don't know what they're
If
talking
it's
about.
above the waist, it's a felony in some cases.
We always have to check if she has the bracelet on.
Yeah,
You can't say it today, huh?
Nah.
that's why I got the camera on me. There's always going to be a witness. There's always going to be a witness.
I actually came there with gifts today.
Uh-oh.
Sweet.
I always like spoiling people.
That's lovely.
That's my motto too. In different reasons.
You know what?
Because if I leave you with something you can't forget.
There you go.
That's why I leave now, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know what? That song is gone off already, right?
It's still in my head. It's still in my head. It's still in my head, though.
Clearly.
Still in my
That's
head.
his favorite.
We're gonna be playing on my show tomorrow night. We playing tomorrow night on my show. Shit. Might be the intro. Might change the whole motherfucking
I got
intro.
good news and I got bad news.
Oh shit. See, there you go again.
The good news is we played the music.
Uh,
The bad news is that he didn't send me MP3 after I did off the Spotify.
oh damn.
But he did give me the CD.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can probably look up my Apple Music.
I got good news and I got bad news about that.
I figured so. I still ain't figured out how to just play the audio. I've been playing videos. I gotta figure out how to do the audio on OBS. That's my next project.
He just played through the regular music.
Oh, that's right. They pick up on audio. That's right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he did give me the CD. Well, no, you can probably look
There's
up
no
my
big
Apple Music.
secret.
Trying to incorporate some new things in my show.
Or you can do a two-computer setup, or you can do it on a computer and a phone setup.
You just play it through the regular.
I don't know.
You would have to put your phone and have it go to your track board. You can play it from there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do got the Bluetooth on the track.
You Bluetooth leave Bluetooth leave
Or you could do it two
I need an
computers.
intern, bro. I need an
I don't
intern.
think you should.
I thought about having an intern, but
I don't think he should.
I mean, I done had a couple of folks respond to the posts I put out, but then once they see all the work that I put in, they be like, nah.
I'm gonna be real with you. If Bill can't have an intern, you can't either.
Hey, look, she ain't got no blue dress,
I thought it was black.
and I don't pull out. Ain't gonna be no evidence. Ain't gonna be no evidence. Take that.
I can't just have an intern because I just know if they fuck up. If they fuck up on the wrong thing, my response is not gonna be good. What's wrong with you? I don't pay you. You can get out.
Put the lotion in the basket.
How do we get back to here?
Something's wrong with him. You can't have it.
You didn't know what
Put it
drink.
down. Put
No
it
more
down.
drink fees.
Put it
Somebody get this nigga a water.
I'm good.
Yo, I will never forget that show when dude was like working him at the bar. I said, you want something to drink? He said, a water. We all
Like, look, we don't have that here. We can call somebody to bring some, maybe. Yeah, we don't do that around. We don't do that around
And we
here.
did find him a bottle though. Like, water? Where did you do that? It's the bar.
I will never forget that show when dude
Yeah.
was like,
I don't know what he was
have
thinking.
liquor and liquor.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking about.
No chaser.
Sometimes juice or tea.
Sometimes.
No, we got tea, but that's normally as a cut for something that needed.
Man, this is a fun show
we
though.
did
I
find him a
like
bottle
this
though, but still.
Nice,
Like,
man.
water.
I'm glad I had fun.
Why they do that?
Yeah.
It's the bar.
Look, we like to have fun at the show. It's supposed to be
We have
entertaining.
liquor and liquor.
Black women I'm married to, they should not have any shit. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But
Blame TP3.
They all do, so fuck it, man. You know, I'm used to it.
We blame you for certain things because you blame others for everything.
Because it ain't my
So we
fault.
need to make sure that you understand.
Even if you got me on tape, it wasn't me.
Oh my.
You are the silk.
All right, R. Kelly.
You are the silk shock of podcast.
Hey, man. Like I said, if you ain't got me on tape, even if you got me on tape, it wasn't me.
Shaggy.
Blame CP3.
That was that nigga Ray Ray.
What?
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. He looked like me, though.
You know what? I think I need to play something.
That nigga looked like me.
You are the devil.
He always doing dirt and blaming it on me, I swear. So I almost caught that charge.
Good cut.
I almost caught that charge fucking with Ray Ray.
Shaggy. You know what? I think I need to play some music because you are the devil.
Did you cut over? Yeah.
I'm trying to find a video.
I got a video, but it might not be appropriate for the air.
You said what?
Huh? My script ain't.
When I can't find a video, I can buy a shit. Renegade.
No doubt, no doubt. Renegade 703, baby.
What up, nephew?
Give me 1 second. You put the video up.
2 hours down now. I'm really about to go get up. Big round, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision.
Can't find the video.
My money be piling, we don't do the vision. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up.
Well, I get from here.
Leave it on me, so they can't get up. I'm really about to go get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh, better get up. Shit is right, I'm doing sit ups. I got my fit up. These bitches, I bet they gon' miss us. Now I'ma get up. Now I'm the biggest thing that I'm sleeping on me. I bet they get up. She breaks, I got your money was low, but now I'ma get up. Even though niggas don't know what's going on. You ain't shit. I'm doing sit ups. Need you some black, go make them flip homes.
All right.
Stuck in my bad ways. Niggas always be burned out, so I give them all in that way extra. I don't understand these niggas that you so talk about. I don't understand these niggas always come around me to they ass.
Yeah, you got to.
I give a fuck about
gotta
you.
represent for
Give a
yourself.
fuck about me. I just be rapping for money. You be rapping for free. Feel like that, I rap like a god. It's the reason they call me a tree. I'm a solid size. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Never know why they calling with me. I say they niggas double the product.
Edit this to this.
I like
You know, feelings you say. Fucking water. And then I'm time when I see this Movado. This shine like I'm in Monte Carlo. Looking at me like I got I'm your last day, you know, talking that trash, say on Twitter, bitch, you bad, yeah, I'm with her. When she see me on face, she lick up, fuck up, go ahead and find your pinner. I'm best in fuck up, run this game, I don't give no pinner.
so you left over hate.
Turn around, now that nigga can't get up. What you get when you go fuck with the pinner? Why nigga trying to go Baby, watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up.
Yeah, so let me know, man.
Sleeping on me, I better than get up.
Too.
My money was low, but now I'ma get up.
You know, prices for everything else, you know, I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
Thank you so much.
That was a great show.
Is there a way you can send a link to me or something?
Yeah, when I get when it renders on YouTube, I usually send them the link.
Okay, all right.
It usually takes a day.
Okay, cool.
You're still taking a day?
It might not take a day.
Sometimes.
For real? Dang.
Sometimes it'll do it right after. Sometimes it'll do
Yeah, all mine been coming up right after, luckily.
Yeah, lately all your stuff been up there. Yeah, right after
Money.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna get the show now.
Oh, you about to end it?
I mean, it's 9:21. Why you want to go 4 hour show?
Let me throw one more video up. Gotta throw one more up, man.
You can go one more. These sports recaps you want to do before we throw one more video up?
Let's see. Let me check and see what's been going on in the NFL since we've been doing the show. We already talked about the Washington football team loss. You know, the Cowboy fans is, feeling themselves right now, so that's cool. Right now, Chicago surprisingly is up on Green Bay 10-7. 5:18 left. 3rd and 3. Chicago has the ball on their 48. Quick rundown of the NFL Week 14. Browns beat the Ravens 24-22. My quarterback, Lamar Jackson, went out in the second quarter with a high ankle sprain.
Anybody you pick.
I don't even want to talk, bro. I don't even want to talk
Lamar
about it.
Jackson, though, like that's the one we were talking about before. I want him to do great.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. My fantasy football team got their ass whipped this week. Kansas City Chiefs trounced the Raiders 48-9. The Seahawks beat Houston 33-13. Titans beat blank Jacksonville 20-0. The Saints beat the Jets 30-9. Falcons beat the Panthers 29-21. Broncos beat the Lions 38-10. Giants beat lost to the Chargers 37-21.
I know my team.
The 49ers had a walk-off overtime win against the Bengals 26-23. The Buccaneers beat Buffalo 33-27. They came back and forced overtime and went down to the Buccaneers. And
That's crazy. Didn't we beat the Bucks?
yeah, we beat the Bucks, but lost to the Bills.
That's what I'm like, really?
Yeah, like I said, Washington had a tough game. I broke it down in the post game. Bad game plan. The turnover by Gibson after they got the touchdown really killed the momentum and, hurt the team's chances. They're still in the number 7 spot in the playoffs, so they're still in the playoffs. 4 games to go. Have Philly this upcoming week, Dallas, and then Philly, and then the Giants to end the season. So,
Well, at least you got to win at the end of the season.
yeah, we're going to see how things play out.
We've only, up until now, we are late into the season. We had only played one division game, and that was against you guys early in the season. So this was our first time seeing Dallas. So,
Yeah, it was
we
definitely could have
haven't
been a
seen
win.
Philly yet.
It definitely could have been a win, but you know,
It really could have.
the ball bounced Dallas way. They came to play. They executed early. Washington couldn't get it together, and you know, by the time they did, it was too late. And that Gibson fumble really swung the momentum back in Dallas's favor once the Washington football team had took some of the momentum in the fourth quarter, which I said was going to happen.
Yeah, I did
But
so.
yeah, it's we're gonna talk about it tomorrow night on Sports and Hill podcast. No reason to hang your head. They won a 4-game winning streak, got back to 500. Their game under 500, still in second place. They're 1-1 in the division. Philly's 2-0. That's why next week's game is going to be another huge divisional matchup. 4 games left. Still have playoff implications still in the mix. Still have division champion in the mix, depending on what Dallas does next week against the Giants. And Giants. Yeah, well, any given Sunday, anything can happen. We've seen the Cowboys go up and down. They have got some key pieces back on defense now. Their rookie, potential rookie of the year, has been, he showed out today against the Washington football team. Granted, it was against third and fourth stringers, so I take that up. But the Washington football team plays them again in 2 weeks, and who knows what might happen. Say if Dallas loses, Washington beats the Eagles, then that'll make it a big, huge matchup again. We still need some help to win the division, but playoffs is the goal. You get into the playoffs, you never know what might happen. So we're going to see how things go. We'll also be breaking down the Capitals week and everything that's going on with them. They have any injury bug issues also some COVID issues. We'll be talking about them around 9 o'clock. We'll be breaking down Washington football team around 9:35, 9:40. Then we'll talk about the Wizards, who, as I said earlier, I haven't really followed this past week with all of the stuff going on with the Washington football team. But they've been on a decline since they started out so hot. As I mentioned earlier about Bradley Bill coming back, throwing off some of the chemistry I feel that the team was having. But I know they took a bad loss to Indiana the other night. So we're going to have the NBA Roundtable covering that also. So stay tuned. Check out sportsothp.com. All of our content, all of our podcast partners, check out their streams, check out their content that we put out for them also. All of our videos, highlights, interviews, everything's coming up. Stay tuned. I'm working on some interviews with some other key members of, the Washington football franchise and, trying to branch out on some other avenues. So stay tuned. As I said, check out my page, Carol Porter III on Facebook. Check out my YouTube channel, Carol Porter III with 3 eyes on both. If you're looking to save some money on utility bills, hit me up. Got a program that you save 10 to 15%. Identity theft, I got a program that'll help you protect yourself against that. Give you credit reports and everything. You can get all 3 of them from all 3 bureaus and, see where your credit stands on the holiday shopping online. Want to protect your identity. Want nobody, hacking your account and doing anything they're not supposed to do. So hit me up. I do security. Don't listen to the other thug stuff from my past. I'm on the up and up, baby. Trying to protect you. I signed up. I'm protected. I want you to be protected. So I'll let your boy CP3.
Yeah, let the thug protect you.
We gonna ride or die, damn it. We gonna make sure nobody steal your identity.
We gonna pull up on them.
We gonna bust some kneecaps and some motion.
See, we got you. Did you do your commercial?
It's my word, son. Huh?
That was your commercial.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just wanted
in my disclaimer.
Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to make sure.
Your social security number don't match, then we don't break needs. It's my disclaimer.
Maybe after that, you got anything going on this week?
Well, I missed our intro earlier, so sorry guys. But I wanted to let you guys know I did get over to Enchant over at Matt's Park. It's a holiday thing that they had. They have like a whole maze down on the field. They have vendors, food. They have
Is
a
it
lot
just
of
for one day? Or?
no. It's up until like right through Christmas. But it's really pretty. The maze is Christmas lights and the whole nine. It's really nice. They have a lot of alcoholic beverages as well.
Oh, God, so my perfect place.
Why you here, Father?
I'm just
They
saying
have
that.
this a spiced hot chocolate or something like that. It's like Bailey's in the hot chocolate.
That makes sense.
And I mean, if it's a cold day, that would be perfect.
It was a warm day.
And then they had, I don't even know what the cocktail was, but I just know it was like a little cup that was like a Christmas robe and it kept blinking. I thought that was nice. I got one.
How'd it taste?
It's nice. It's lovely.
Did it warm you up?
It wasn't that cold though.
But
This was Friday evening.
still warmed you up though.
Matter of fact, the young lady, Amber, you guys met,
Oh
model.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we went. It was a ladies' evening. It was very fun. So, um, and then just in case it was cold, I got a couple of
Mm-hmm.
those.
Mm-hmm. Bet you did.
I mean, I like berries, so I mean, that worked out. But baby girl's coming home this weekend, so we're gonna be in full Christmas flow.
Mm-hmm.
Today I brought red wine blend and I bought some Chardonnay. Go to my IG, Lady Antoinette BNV.
AKA I cut niggas.
Don't do me like that. Lady Antoinette BNV, so that you can grab you some wine. Link in my bio. But plus I came to share with my co-hosts. I don't think y'all gonna really necessarily like that Chardonnay, but I want y'all to try it.
I'm gonna try it. I mean, you know.
But I want y'all to tell me if you like it. It's not necessarily just drinking it because it's here.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you if it's good or not. I'm still gonna drink it.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know. I want the feedback.
I'm like, oh, this stuff. Put me in the glass.
But this red wine blend is amazing. Yeah, Chardonnay.
I mean, you know.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. I'll keep you guys posted. What did I miss? Oh, my son got promoted. My baby girl turned 20.
This sucks.
So yeah, we making moves.
Yeah.
We making moves. So I got to pin him, his rank on him too. So as a matter of fact, we just scheduled his next flight.
Sorry, you gonna have to beat them chicks up. I hope you ready to fight somebody's mama.
Right. Like, little girl. But it's
this little nigga flying planes.
Right, yeah.
How you gonna compete with that CP3? This nigga flying plane. You just get your license. I'm like, well, I can flew a plane.
Right.
I always tell him, dog, you know, different horizons, baby. You want to fly over the clouds, you know, I can take you to the clouds. Just all you gotta do is ride with me. We're gonna make it happen, baby.
Oh my God.
You gonna make it happen, baby.
That's
Just
why
ride
I
with
can't
me.
have my son be left alone with CP.
Yeah, I mean, I teach him a thing like I said. He gonna step out the plane, man, have the pinky out and everything. Like, what's up, baby? Let's go.
Like the other day, this little boy said to me, I called him. No, I didn't call. I think I was in my room, and he was like in the living room. I said, "Hey, what you doing?" He said, "I'm just listening to music, thinking about life." I was like, "What?"
Some real shit, man.
No, he said, I'm listening to music, lost in my thoughts. I said, well, what you think about? Just life.
Yeah, man, life is a motherfucker, man. Sometimes you gotta step back, listen to some good chill music.
He'll do that, but then turn around and like, I don't know if you guys know, you can get the Alexa in your vehicle. Okay, so there's a Amazon Auto. And so I have that in my vehicle, and I told it to play some music while I was driving the other night. And it started playing in the house. It said, I don't know what was wrong with it. It was just creepy, right? So I asked it to play this song that was stuck in my head. I don't know why, but it was by Silk. Okay, so that's 90s R&B.
Yeah.
So instead of playing in the car, I played at the house. He's at the house. And so he calls me immediately.
Was it
phone
meeting in the bedroom?
No, it was Girl You For Me. That's the name of the song. So he put the phone up to the speaker and played for a second, and came back on the phone. He said, "What is this about?" I said, "What you mean?" He said, "What is this about?" I said, it's that's my music. You stole my song. It's playing there, not in the car. It's supposed to be playing. No, Mom. Why are you listening to sexual music? What is this about? I was like, first of all, nobody said that song was about sex.
He said it's not you.
He said, you sitting in the car listening to something that sounded like freaking you, and I was like, really, really, like he tried to check me.
He trying to sue me. Your son
Yeah,
trying to
I was.
sue me.
First of all, it's a love song, so stop it.
Hey, look,
To him, all '90s R&B sounds like that.
of course, because it was meant. It was that's what it was meant to
It
do.
was love music.
Yeah, exactly. It was meant to start to get the. You know how you know how the playlist that I had as soon as you walk in. You know you had with the clapper, lights go out, candles come on,
Wait,
music
did you
start
say
playing.
the
The
clapper?
clapper, you goddamn right. Lights go, lights go
Yo,
dim,
yo,
music come on.
yo, CP3.
Yo,
Was you that dude that would tell him I love you just to get the nookie?
nah, that should get you in trouble, man. You tell a
How
chick
you
you
know
love.
to get you in trouble? Because you did it, right?
No, because I've seen other folks do it. I learned from their mistakes. Yeah, that L word don't come out quick. Because once you say that's like smashing a virgin to be her first one. I don't do that. I made that mistake one time
Yeah, I
before.
understand that.
They get too attached because you're the one that took their virginity, and then you made them feel like no other man have made them feel.
How'd you
Yeah,
break it
no.
up with her?
Change my number.
Okay,
Nah,
well, you
I did.
ghosted a
nah,
virgin? Oh my
nah,
God.
nah. My younger
You're
days,
just
she
evil.
actually, we let's see.
Y'all friends now?
Nah,
I'm sure.
she actually went to the military and shit.
What that mean? She
I'm-
still could have been your
Yeah,
friend.
I ran back into it, but she had met some guy in the military and they got married. They were happy and shit. So
Oh, shit.
I mean, she had a pretty mouth.
Break it off with her.
What?
She worked at the Burger King. I told you I used to get the fast food chicks, man. On
Well,
lunch.
she moved out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what she doing, the Air Force or something.
Well,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah. I ran
That's
into her a
different.
few years after. Yeah, I was trying to,
Did you
once
get
I,
people all nice?
yeah,
and
once I
stuff?
found out she had the Air Force, I was trying to hit it again, but
Of
then she
course
told
you
me,
were.
yeah, hell yeah, benefits.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And then she
So
told
you
me.
ghosted her. Like, how bad did you ghost her?
Well, I mean, we was together for. Well, see, she had a lot of emotional baggage.
Whatever.
Because
Yeah, because she smashed you first.
that's how we ended up smashing because she was having a situation where she was adopted and her adoptive mom was going. They was going through stuff, so she ended up staying at my house. I was trying to help her out, and then next thing I know, she got in my bed, and.
So you trying to help out? Would you?
Right, yeah, I bet you were trying to help her
I
out.
mean, I was trying to be supportive.
I bet you was
We
being her support
we met one night
system.
when I was pulling up and get something to
You
eat.
was being that support beam, huh?
Yeah, I've been in the friend zone before. Like I said, you just ride the time out. And wasn't expecting her to get in my bed, but she got in my bed and she gave me some head, and yeah. But then we ended up hooking up, being together for a while, and then her home life got more tumultuous, and she ended up joining the military. So
And you ghosted her while her home life was fucked up.
it was too much baggage, man. Because then her sister got involved, popped up at my house one time, and
Fuck her sister?
no, her sister was not attractive, so she wouldn't have got no dick.
Oh, that's the only reason.
That's
Pretty
the
much,
only
yeah.
reason.
She was adopted. See, if they were the same bloodline, maybe,
If the sister was attractive,
Maybe. Wait, what? You just said if they were the same bloodline,
If
maybe.
they shared the same features, unless she was, I got to
But
think
that's
for
not
real.
right. You know that, right?
Hey,
You're
I
not
was-
supposed to smash her and the sister.
We all have different. No, we all have different backgrounds and thought processes. She was light skinned, and her family was brown skinned, but her sister wasn't. Yeah, sister wasn't cute.
So if her sister was light skinned, you would also.
I mean, if she was cute, she wasn't as cute.
He is shaded.
Say what?
She had a nice mouth.
Yeah, she didn't have a nice mouth.
You
so,
were
yeah.
shaded. Her
But if
sister
she
was
could've-
light
But
skinned.
if she would have had a nice
I
mouth,
let her suck my dick. Yeah, it's nothing. Fellas, listen. Be real. It's nothing more satisfying to have a woman that asks to suck your dick. That is some of the most. That is one of the most
What
sexiest
if she
shit.
tell you she about to do?
That's sexy too.
What if she ugly and burly? And she tell you she about to do?
I ain't trying to hear. I'm trying to suck your dick. Yeah, that ain't nothing sexy about that. I'm talking about when you have a soft, feminine voice and she look up
She
at
can
you.
have a soft feminine voice.
Not if
and
she
look
burly.
like
Not
a
if she
old
burly.
man.
If she burly, she ain't gonna. She gonna have the chin, the hairs coming from her chin.
I seen some
Yeah, I
burly
know. I
looking
done seen
women,
some
and they
too.
like, oh.
want that.
No. Like I said, it's the whole package. It's sexy, quiet. I had this. Oh man, she looked up at me. Me and my girl was having a good time. She just looked up at me like, "Can I suck your dick, please?" Why, yes, you can. I'm like, how am I going to say no to that? You can't say
she
no
was
to that.
polite though. So
Yeah, it was so, yeah. And my girl just sat there and watched her suck my dick. That shit was beautiful. Had to put her out though. She stayed too long.
You know what?
This is what I'm talking about.
we had to
I'm
drop.
on the video in the show has ended.
She's
Thank
like,
you guys.
it's her friend. She's like, take that bitch home.
At the bar radio.
This bitch don't want to leave.
Thank you for dealing with this nonsense with us.
Like, this your friend?
Need you to pray.
Oh my God.
I think she thought her head was better than hers.
Get some holy water for us. So that we
I
can
found
pray.
a profile video. I wasn't talking about something nice and like he has.
Let me try. He is determined to end on a ratchet note. Like,
Why not?
oh, and I heard you was missing me earlier.
Yeah, because we had too much free time and it was getting off the rails. I needed somebody to be like, you can't talk about that. Like, okay, yeah, you're right, all right. We don't have no supervision. Things get crazy, man.
Yeah, we had a conversation. Somebody on Twitter said that Nancy Reagan was the throat goat.
She was.
You know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send you.
Hold on. Why was she the throat goat?
Because that's what she did in Hollywood as Nancy Davis before she became Reagan. That's probably why Ronnie got it. I don't know what she was. She got around though. Everybody knew that. I thought until recently when people started talking about it, I thought they knew that.
You know what?
I'm not know she was the throat goat. I stay with everything Reagan.
Oh, if my stripper ain't text me back. Bullshit.
Run that up, Rico.
You got a mic.
I did not know she was the third.
Let me sit y'all now. I'm
Man down, nigga, nigga, I never back down, nigga, nigga, the money to my nigga, he's a million and he's a brother than half in my penis, that's what it is, but I'm my penis, unless you a genius, shit, I need it, let's go, man down, that's
That shit in 2016. No, I like that shit from 2016. Yeah, from a Scorpio group.
yeah, you know people I don't know.
Y'all know what to do.